La política de los Estados Unidos cada vez escasea más uno de los rasgos que cada líder debería tener, la empatía, porque solamente una persona que tiene empatía y es capaz de ponerse en los zapatos de los demás puede liderar una nación como los Estados Unidos, porque al poder entender lo que están sufriendo, lo que están pasando las otras personas, así pueden tomar las decisiones necesarias para ayudar a la mayoría de las personas de este país que no son ricos, que no recibieron una herencia de $400 millones, como Donald Trump, el candidato republicano que ya demostró que esta característica no la tiene. Mi nombre es Heidi Thor y si todavía no se han suscrito a mi canal, este sería el momento adecuado para hacerlo. En el video que veremos el día de hoy es el momento de empatía y un momento genuino que tuvo Kamala Harris el día de ayer en el town hall de Univision con una votante llamada Yvette Castillo, que hace tan solo 6 semanas había perdido a su mamá. Y quédense hasta el final, porque luego de que Kamala Harris responde la pregunta de Yvette Castillo, vamos a ver exactamente qué fue lo que Kamala Harris hizo inmediatamente se acaba el town hall, para que ustedes vean la diferencia que existe entre Kamala Harris y Donald Trump. Les recomiendo el final, es la mejor parte.
Buenas noches, vicepresidenta.
Good evening,
Harris.
Madam Vice President
Usted y yo
Harris.
tenemos algo en común. You and I have something in common. We both lost our mother.
Oh.
And I'm an American citizen, born to Mexican parents. They were here before I was even born. They've worked their whole lives. But with the way immigration laws change over time, I was only able to help my dad get his legal status squared away, but not my mom's. My mom passed away just 6 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And she was never, ever able to get the type of care and service that she needed or deserved. Sorry.
Take your time. Take your time.
So my question for you is, what are your plans, or do you have plans to support that subgroup of immigrants who have been here their whole lives, or most of them, and have to live and die in the shadows?
I'm so sorry for you.
Thank you.
You must remember your mother as she lived.
Mm-hmm.
I have enough of a feeling about your strength that it probably comes from her to know she would want you to remember her as she lived and not as she died, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's take it one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents were here for years, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
And your father was able to earn his pathway to citizenship, but your mother was not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to assume it's because part of the problem is that we do have a broken immigration system,
Mm-hmm.
including it being the case that even though when we were elected in 2020, and the first bill we offered Congress, before we did the bipartisan infrastructure bill, before we did the work on gun safety, before we did the work on investing in chips and science, the first bill we offered within hours of taking the oath was a bill to fix the immigration system, including creating a comprehensive, earned pathway to citizenship for hardworking people. And it was not taken up. And now we look at a situation where people are suffering. The reality is that in terms of having access to health care, had your mother been able to gain citizenship, she would have been entitled to health care that may have alleviated her suffering and yours. And this is one example of the fact that there are real people who are suffering because of an inability to put solutions in front of politics. I mean, an example of this on immigration policy is that as it relates to what we need to do to strengthen our border. A bipartisan group of members of Congress, including one of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came together with one of the strongest border security bills we've had in decades. And it included 1,500 more border agents to go to the border to help those hardworking folks who are working around the clock. The border agents supported the bill. It included more resources to stem the flow of fentanyl, which is killing people of every background in every region of our country. It would have allowed us to have more resources to take on transnational criminal organizations. I have prosecuted transnational criminal organizations, from the Guadalajara cartel to the Sinaloa cartel. And Donald Trump found out about that bill, realized it would be a solution, and told them not to put it on the floor for a vote because he would prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And again, Enrique, we were talking about it, in terms of real leadership is about solving problems on behalf of the people. And I'm so sorry for what you've been through. I'm so sorry for what you've been through. And, you know, my mother came to the United States at the age of 19. She was by herself. Came alone by herself. She raised my sister and me, Maya. And I know what it is like to have a hardworking mother who loves you and to lose that. But I know that her spirit is alive. I know her spirit is alive. And will you tell me her name, and let's speak her name?
Maria Dolores Figueroa.
Maria Dolores? Okay, we speak her name, okay?
Yes.
Y como lo prometido es deuda, ahora veamos la parte de cuando se acaba el town hall, lo primero que hace Kamala Harris. Vean esto. Yo no sé ustedes, pero yo estuve muy conmovida. En el momento que Ivette empieza a hablar, yo estaba en lágrimas. Se me aguaron inmediatamente los ojos y me dio sentimiento porque yo sé que esa es la situación que tienen miles, millones de personas aquí en los Estados Unidos, que tienen que vivir en las sombras. Y esto es algo que se debe acatar. Es algo que Kamala Harris quiere cambiar, porque no solamente se trata de la seguridad fronteriza que ella está ofreciendo, también se trata de darle dignidad a las personas que han aportado por años a nuestro país, que han estado pagando impuestos y que son necesarios en nuestra sociedad, porque esas personas trabajan y ayudan a la economía de los Estados Unidos. La realidad es que la propuesta de Donald Trump de simplemente deportar a todas las personas que no tienen documentos no solamente va a separar familias, no solamente le va a quitar a sus hijos, a esos padres y a esos padres, a esos hijos, sino que también va a perjudicar la economía de los Estados Unidos, que en gran parte está obteniendo miles de millones de dólares gracias al trabajo de esas personas que Donald Trump señala y que dice que están envenenando el país. Al final del día, nosotros también somos inmigrantes, nosotros también vinimos a este país buscando el sueño americano. ¿Y quiénes somos nosotros para negárselo a otras personas que están huyendo de sus países buscando una mejor vida de la misma manera que nosotros lo hicimos?